With Venus in Virgo in the first house, an individual's personality can be detail-oriented, analytical, and modest, often striving for perfection in themselves and their surroundings. They are usually rational about feelings, expressing affection through acts of service, and likes to help and support loved ones. Thea. Re. Often drawn to partners who are kind-hearted and reliable. Their observant nature and eye for detail can help them excel in careers related to analysis, research, or service-oriented roles such as a scientist, editor, or healthcare provider. Strengths include a high level of thoughtfulness and meticulousness, making them reliable and dependable. They might be good at managing people or projects due to their focused and organized nature. These individuals are also able to offer practical support and constructive criticism in a caring way, which can strengthen relationships over time. On the other hand, they may struggle with being overly critical or a perfectionist, which can lead to stress and potential conflicts. These individuals might worry too much about what others think and can struggle with feelings of inadequacy. For personal growth, it's important to learn that perfection is an illusion. Practicing self-acceptance can reduce stress and improve relationships. Also, they need to understand that showing vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. Recognizing and processing feelings is equally as important as intellectual understanding. By finding a balance between rationality and emotion, one can achieve healthier relationships and a more fulfilled self. Venus in Virgo in the second house signifies an individual who values practicality and efficiency. These individuals are particularly fond of order and structure in their lives and often pursue hobbies or professions that make use of their inherent analytical skills. In relationships, they often seek partners who share their values of reliability and honesty. These individuals aren't impulsive in love, they prefer taking things slow and steady, ensuring compatibility before committing. Their down-to-earth nature means they prefer simple yet meaningful expressions of love over extravagant gestures. In the realm of work, these individuals are detail-oriented and methodical. Potential careers might involve data analysis, accounting, research, or other roles that require precision and a good eye for detail. Their determination to provide quality work can make them seem picky or perfectionist to some, but proves beneficial for their career growth. One of the strengths of Venus in Virgo in the second house individuals is their diligence. They are usually hardworking and are capable of achieving material security and prosperity. However, their tendency to worry and overanalyze can be a drawback. They may struggle with indecision or stress if things are not going according to plan. Personal growth lessons for these individuals include learning to trust their instincts and relax a bit. They must realize that it's okay if not everything is perfect and under control all the time. They will also need to understand that expressing emotions and affections doesn't always have to be tidy and structured. Sometimes, spontaneous and authentic expressions can be more heartfelt and appreciated. Venus in Virgo in the third house describes a persona that is analytical, perceptive, and empathetic. Traits include a strong intellect, exceptional communication abilities, and a practical approach to life. They enjoy learning and expressing themselves through spoken or written language, often coming across as well-structured and details-oriented. In relationships, their expectations can be high. They seek honesty, consistency, and mutual understanding from partners. These individuals tend not to rush into relationships and may be reserved initially, but they're devoted once trust is established. Career-wise, this placement may lean towards professions involving communication, knowledge sharing, or analysis. They could succeed in fields like journalism, teaching, research, or academia. They're likely to derive satisfaction from problem solving and becoming experts in their chosen fields. Strengths associated with this positioning include analytical skills, excellent communication, precision, and reliability. However, these individuals might struggle with overanalyzing situations, being overly critical of themselves and others, or expecting perfection in all aspects of life. Their practical natures can also sometimes appear as cynicism or difficulty expressing emotions. Personal growth beckons in learning to balance their logical minds with emotional sensitivity, acknowledging that life is often imperfect and messy, and personal worth doesn't depend on external achievement. They could benefit from expressing feelings openly, encouraging stronger interpersonal connections. Venus in Virgo in the 4th house signifies a need for stability and routine. This person values practicality and is very detail-oriented. Home life is especially important to them, and they cherish the comfort and safety it offers. They might prefer a quiet night at home instead of a party outside. They use their logical thinking and meticulous nature to create a harmonious and orderly environment. In relationships, they are typically dependable and grounded partners who express love by helping out in practical ways. However, they might display excess criticism or expect perfection from their partners due to their high standards. Learning to accept others' imperfections and giving compliments can help them build stronger relationships. In terms of career, roles that involve attention to detail, problem solving, and helping others may suit them best. They might thrive in careers related to home designing, real estate, counseling, or healthcare. They usually give their best when they know their work is making a difference. Their strengths include their strong sense of responsibility, practicality, and meticulousness. However, their inclination towards perfection can become a challenge, causing stress and dissatisfaction if things don't go as planned. Moreover, they may struggle with expressing their emotions freely. The path to personal growth includes learning to be more flexible, accepting imperfections in self and others, and cultivating better ways to handle emotions. By balancing their need for perfect order with acceptance of life's inevitable unpredictability, they can achieve personal fulfillment and overall happiness. Venus in Virgo in the 5th house indicates a practical, modest, and detail-oriented personality. These individuals are often hardworking and dedicated, finding joy in service and organization. They tend to express their love by taking care of someone and may show their affection through their actions rather than words. Though they can be critical and perfectionistic, their intentions are usually kind-hearted. In relationships, this placement suggests a tendency toward pragmatic love affairs. They prefer partners who are reliable and exhibit a strong work ethic. They are attracted to intelligence and practicality, over flamboyance or outwardly flamboyant expressions of love. In the realm of work, careers involving creativity, precise attention to detail, and service could appeal to these individuals. They might thrive in fields such as event planning, teaching, or healthcare, where their knack for details and service to others are beneficial. Strengths of this placement include a strong work ethic, attention to detail, practicality, and a loyal heart. Challenges could involve being overly critical, self-sacrificing, or struggling with perfectionism. Personal growth for these individuals may involve learning to embrace imperfection in themselves and others, understanding that everyone has unique strengths and weaknesses. They could also benefit from learning to express their feelings more vocally, and not just through actions. This placement is about balancing everyday practicalities with the need for personal creativity, joy, and passion. Venus in Virgo in the 6th house points to a personality that is detail-oriented, practical, and service-minded. This individual tends to value structure, routine, and meticulousness in both their personal life and relationships. They may express their affection through acts of service, showing their love by helping their partners in practical ways. They may seek relationships that feel safe, stable, and grounded. Career-wise, such individuals might thrive in areas that require precision and a strong eye for detail. Jobs in the health sector, administration, or fields that require efficiency and practical problem-solving skills could suit them. Strengths include a dedicated attitude to work and relationships, and an ability to bring structure and organization into their environment. This can lead to harmonious and efficient workspaces and partnerships. However, the challenge here can be a tendency to be overly critical or nitpicky. They may sweat the small stuff, leading to unnecessary stress or conflict. They may also struggle with perfectionism or fear of imperfection, creating pressure in both personal and professional settings. Personal growth lessons include learning to relax more, appreciate the bigger picture, and understand that perfection is not always achievable or necessary. Achieving balance between attention to detail and a more holistic viewpoint would be beneficial. Moreover, they should also realize that love can be expressed in more ways than through practical support, and should strive to be more spontaneous and affectionate in their relationships. Venus in Virgo in the 7th house indicates a practical and analytical approach towards relationships. These individuals tend to seek perfection and stability in partnerships and may have high expectations. They're likely detail-oriented, which can contribute to problem-solving but may also result in them being overly critical. In relationships, they're usually loyal and appreciative of dependability. But they might struggle with expressing their feelings openly. Their ideal partner is someone reliable, tidy, and intellectually stimulating. Their tendency to overanalyze can lead to self-doubt or avoid making decisions in personal matters. As for career influences, jobs that require attention to detail, organization, and perfection are suitable for Venus in Virgo in 7th house. Examples include roles in healthcare, editing, research, or administration. They prefer environments where they can apply their practical skills. Strengths for this placement are reliability, intelligence, and a good sense of duty. They may have a knack for spotting imperfections others overlook and are generally good at managing and organizing. Challenges include difficulty expressing emotions, a tendency toward criticism, and high self-imposed standards. Personal growth lessons revolve around accepting others' imperfections and their own. They require learning how to express emotions more easily, to make decisions without overanalyzing, and to balance their inclination for perfection with a dose of realism. This helps in establishing healthier and more fulfilling relationships, both personally and professionally. The individual with Venus in Virgo in the 8th house is analytical and detail-oriented. They prefer practical expressions of love and enjoy solving problems. Trust forms the core of their relationships, valuing open communication. They may hold high standards for their partners, making them seem critical. Their relationship tendencies lean towards fidelity and loyalty. They are drawn to individuals who are intelligent and well-rounded, who can stimulate their minds. However, they might struggle with expressing emotions easily, which could lead to potential misunderstandings. In terms of work, they may excel in careers requiring analytical skills, such as finance, research, or data analysis. They have a knack for tackling complex problems, making them valuable team members. Potential challenges may be their inborn criticality and perfectionistic tendencies, which might lead to stress and dissatisfaction. The strengths of this placement are a strong sense of commitment, acute analytical thinking, and practicality. Searching for perfect solutions may lead to them feeling unsatisfied or overcritical. Lessons for personal growth involve learning to accept imperfections in themselves and others, finding balance between their high standards and the realities of human nature. The ability to express their emotional needs openly can also contribute significantly to their personal and relational growth. Overall, Venus in Virgo in the 8th house suggests a personality that values mental stimulation, practicality, and loyalty in their personal and professional relationships, alongside a deeply analytical mind and a focus on maintaining high standards. With Venus in Virgo in the 9th house, you have a practical and analytical approach to love and relationships. You value practicality, cleanliness, and attention to detail, sometimes which might cause you to seem overly critical or picky to others. In relationships, you strive for perfection and might have a tendency to be too hard on yourself or your partner. You feel attraction towards those who stimulate your intellect and favor mental connection over physical attraction. You show care by helping and improving life for your loved ones, and you maintain relationships by constant efforts. As for career, your analytical traits make you gifted in jobs that require careful examination and attention to details such as investigation, research, or editing. Additionally, the 9th house association suggests potential success in law, education, or philosophy where big-picture thinking is necessary. You may also be drawn towards exploration and adventure, potentially leading to travel-related or foreign careers. Strengths include your dedication, punctuality, and reliability, setting you up as a dependable partner and employee. However, drawbacks might include being over-analytical, overly critical, or too grounded in details, causing stress or communication issues. Your personal growth lesson might be learning to balance your love for details with a wider perspective, and to appreciate imperfection in both relationships and careers. Find balance in relationships, learn to let go, and appreciate all perspectives, not just your own. People with Venus in Virgo in the 10th house typically work hard to acquire skills and often excel in their chosen professions. They seek perfection, have intense attention to detail, and are usually very organized. The challenge with this placement is tendencies towards self-criticism and holding standards so high that they may seem unattainable, both personally and professionally. In relationships, these individuals are likely to express their love by taking care of practical details for their partners. They appreciate acts of service. However, they might struggle with overly criticizing their partners or expecting them to live up to high standards. In their careers, people with Venus in Virgo in the 10th house often succeed in roles that benefit from a keen eye for detail and a down-to-earth approach to tasks. They might find satisfaction in careers like administrative work, editing, data analysis, or anything requiring precision mental work. In terms of personal growth, learning to be gentle with themselves, letting go of impossible standards, and reaching a balance between being pragmatic and accepting of imperfection are key. Adopting a more balanced view of their abilities and achievements can help in this process. Strengths associated with this placement include diligence, attention to detail, pragmatism, and a strong work ethic. The main challenges are tendencies towards harsh self-criticism, perfectionism, and high expectations towards others. Finally, the lifelong growth lessons involve learning to balance high standards with acceptance of human imperfection, both theirs and others. A person with Venus in Virgo in the 11th house tends to be analytical, detail-oriented, and thoughtful, with a focus on friendships and social involvement. This placement suggests preference for meaningful connections rather than superficial ones. They are likely to seek out friends who stimulate their intellect and share their hobbies and interests. In relationships, this person will tend to fall for those who engage their minds and can articulate thoughts well. They may have high standards for their partners, looking for someone as focused and ambitious as they are. They're typically shy with expressing affection, yet committed to maintaining harmony in their relationships. Career-wise, they may thrive in jobs that involve intellectual stimulation and group work. They often excel in roles that require organization, analysis, and meticulousness like research, project management, or data analysis. This placement's strengths include a keen eye for detail, loyalty, and a strong sense of responsibility. These individuals are reliable friends and meticulous workers who value societal norms and order. However, they may face challenges in being overly critical or expecting perfection from self and others. They also struggle in expressing feelings, which could lead to misunderstandings in personal relationships. A key personal growth lesson would be learning to relax their high standards a bit and express emotions more freely. These individuals could benefit from understanding that others have different ways of thinking and relating, and that emotional connection goes beyond intellectual compatibility. When Venus is in Virgo in the 12th house, it suggests a deep-thinking, discerning personality with a strong focus on details. This placement indicates someone who is not afraid to work behind the scenes and may prefer solitude or working in private for perfection. They value practicality and order in their life. In terms of relationships, this individual might be shy and often reserved. They may prefer to help their loved ones from the background, displaying their affection by being helpful and resourceful. They may take time to feel comfortable in romantic relationships, craving emotional depth and intimacy, and might be picky or critical of potential partners. Career-wise, these individuals are likely to thrive in roles that involve helping others in a systematic, organized way. They may do well in jobs that require attention to detail, such as research, editing, or science. Strengths of this placement include a strong analytical mind, patience, and a keen eye for detail. However, there can be challenges, like an overemphasis on perfection, self-criticism, and a tendency to worry too much. For personal growth, these individuals need to relax their criteria for perfection and avoid being overly critical of themselves and others. Instead, they should focus on embracing their unique point of view and recognizing that what they perceive as flaws can often be strengths. They also need to practice expressing their emotions, as they could appear detached or aloof to others. They may benefit from mindfulness to stay present and resist the temptation to overthink or worry about the future.